Every human being, without exception, will face one certain thing: death. But have you ever wondered, what happens after we die? Is it all just darkness? Or is there more to the story beyond the grave? Let's talk about it. One, the moment the soul is taken. Every human being, without exception, will face the moment when their soul is taken from their body. That moment is certain. It cannot be delayed nor brought forward, even by a second. At that time, the world falls silent, and everything begins to change, because death is not the end, but the beginning of a journey toward the true life. When the appointed time comes, the angel of death arrives, carrying out the great task of taking the soul from the body. But the way it is taken is not the same for everyone. For those who believe, who live their life in goodness and sincerity, their soul is extracted gently, like water flowing from a jug. There is no unbearable pain, no screams. That soul is welcomed by the angels with compassion, with words that bring peace to the heart. Greater than, "O peaceful soul, come out to the forgiveness and pleasure of Allah." Hadith narrated by Ahmad. The soul is then wrapped in a shroud from paradise. Its scent is more fragrant than musk, and it is lifted up to the heavens, honored and welcomed, until its name is recorded in Iliyin, the highest place for the souls beloved by Allah. But not all souls receive such treatment. For those who live in sin, who defy their Lord, who neglect their prayers, who wrong others, the angel of death comes with a terrifying presence and speaks with a voice that shakes the soul. "Greater than, O wicked soul, come out to the wrath and punishment of Allah." That soul is pulled out harshly, like burning iron being torn from wet wool. Painful, excruciating, and tormenting. The soul tries to flee but cannot. It remains bound to a lifeless body. Once extracted, it is wrapped in a cloth from hell. Its stench is so foul that even the angels of the heavens refuse to open their gates. Its name is then recorded in Sijin, the register of the disgraced souls. This is what it means when the soul is taken, not just the stopping of breath, but a reflection of how our end will be received. Gently or violently, in peace or in pain, all depends on how we live today. So, before that moment arrives, let us ask ourselves, how will our ending be? Will our soul be welcomed with mercy or with wrath? 2. The questioning in the grave. After the soul is taken and the body is returned to the earth, comes the moment when a person is truly alone. No more family, no more friends, wealth, status, praise, all left behind. Now it's just us, in the darkness of the grave. But this is not a long sleep, because not long after the soil covers the body, two angels arrive, Munkar and Nakir, two of Allah's creations sent to test what was truly hidden deep within the human heart. They will make the deceased sit up in the grave and ask, "Man Rabuka, who is your Lord? Ma Dinuka, what is your religion? Man Nabiyuka, who is your prophet?" These are not questions you can answer from memory. They are not simply answered because you once learned them. The answers will come only from conviction and righteous deeds, from the honesty of faith, not from a tongue used to speaking without meaning. For those who truly believed, whose hearts were full of Tawheed, pure monotheism, Allah will give them firmness. They will be able to answer with certainty. Greater than, "My Lord is Allah, my religion is Islam, my prophet is Muhammad." Then their grave will be expanded as far as the eye can see, filled with light, filled with peace, and the soul will know, this is the beginning of something even better. But for those whose hearts were filled with doubt, who lived in heedlessness, who knew the truth but never followed it, When questioned, they will only stammer, greater than who? Who? I don't know. Greater than their tongue will freeze, their soul will tremble, then the grave will close in on them, tight, dark, and terrifying. They will be struck with a hammer of iron. Their screams will be heard by all creatures, except humans and jinn. This is what the Prophet Muhammad called the fitna of the grave, the great trial that follows death. And only those who truly believed will pass it safely. So ask yourself today, if the angels were to come tomorrow, would your heart be ready to answer? Or would you remain silent, in regret, in a place where no escape exists? 3. The bliss and torment of the grave. After the soul answers the angels' questions, then begins the reality of what awaits them in the grave. For those who answer correctly, who lived their lives with righteous deeds and true faith, their grave becomes a garden from the gardens of paradise. It is expanded as far as the eye can see, filled with soothing light, perfumed with the fragrance of Jannah. They rest, like a newlywed sleeping peacefully, awaiting the time to be awakened. Each day they are shown their place in paradise that awaits them, and they say, "O Allah, let the hour come, let me reunite with that eternal joy." But not everyone receives that bliss. For those who fail to answer, whose lives were full of heedlessness, lies, and sin, the grave becomes a pit from the pits of hell. It is tightened until their ribs collapse upon each other. A torment is sent upon them, unseen, but painful, piercing. They scream, yet no one can save them. Their grave is dark, suffocating. Each day they are shown their place in hell, and they plead, "O Allah, don't let the hour come, don't raise me again," because what lies ahead is worse than what they already endure. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Indeed, the grave is either a garden from the gardens of paradise or a pit from the pits of hell." This is the realm between the world and the hereafter, a place of waiting, a place of the first reckoning before the true day of judgment begins. So never take the grave lightly. It is the first stage of our final journey. If we are saved in the grave, insha'Allah, we are safe beyond. But if we fail there, the path ahead will be far more difficult. May Allah make our graves places of peaceful rest, not the beginning of painful torment. 4. The realm of Barzakh. After the soul experiences the bliss or the torment of the grave, it enters the next phase, the realm of Barzakh. Barzakh is a barrier, a wall separating the temporary world from the eternal hereafter. It is a waiting place until the time comes to be resurrected from the grave. There, the soul does not live as it did in the world, but it is not completely dead either. It is conscious, it feels, and it waits. For the soul of the believer, Barzakh is a place of peaceful rest. It sleeps in tranquility, accompanied by the prayers of righteous children, ongoing charity, beneficial knowledge, and good deeds that become light in the darkness. But for the sinful soul, the waiting feels long and painful. It wishes to return. It wants to fix the life it once neglected. But it is too late. Qur'an, Surah Al-Mu'minun, verses 99 to 100. Until when death comes to one of them, he says, "My Lord, send me back so that I may do righteous deeds in what I left behind." No, it is but a word he speaks, and behind them is a barrier, Barzakh, until the day they are resurrected. In Barzakh, the soul can even hear news from the world. The righteous soul rejoices when it sees its family remaining steadfast, but the wicked soul becomes even more restless, seeing loved ones walking the same path of sin, greater than. All of this continues until the day of judgment arrives, when the trumpet is blown and all of humanity is raised from their graves to face the day of no doubt, Yawmul Hisab, the day of reckoning. Barzakh may be silent, but it is a stage that determines everything. So let us reflect. If today were our last day in this world, what kind of Barzakh is waiting for us? Death is not the end. It is the beginning of a long journey toward the hereafter. What happens after death is no longer a mystery for those who believe. The Hadiths of the Prophet Muhammad have explained it clearly, so now is the time to ask ourselves, are we truly prepared? Greater than, if this video opened your eyes, help share it with others. And don't forget, we only live once, so let's use this life as provision for the eternal one. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. We humbly acknowledge that every effort we make in presenting these stories is far from perfect. If there were any mistakes in our narration, shortcomings in the explanations, or anything that might not have been accurate, we sincerely ask for your forgiveness and understanding. It is important to clarify that every image, animation, or visual reconstruction shown in this channel is not an exact depiction of historical reality. They are simply artistic illustrations designed to help us imagine and better understand the events described in the Qur'an and Islamic tradition. The true knowledge belongs only to Allah. Our intention is to remind ourselves and our viewers of the eternal lessons contained within these stories. That civilizations rise and fall, wealth and power come and go, but faith, humility, and obedience to Allah are what truly remain. We pray that these lessons strengthen our hearts, deepen our faith, and inspire us to live with wisdom and gratitude. We thank you for accompanying us on this journey of learning and reflection. May Allah grant us the ability to always take heed from His words, forgive our mistakes, and guide us to the straight path.